Welcome back to Taj's Garden. I'm the gardening realtor. If you're new here, I'm glad you're here, and if you're returning, welcome back. So today we're going to be talking about 20 things that you guys can start planting here in August for Zone 7B. Now, this is not every single thing that I'm going to be planting, but this is everything that I could think of right now. I'm going to start planting these the first week of August, and I plan to be planting something every single week in August. That way I can have an amazing fall harvest, and I suggest you guys do the same. So starting off are our carrots. I'm actually going to be showing you guys the exact varieties that I'm going to be planting as well. So these carrots range from 60 days to harvest up to 70 days. This right here is Bambino carrots, and these actually mature in 60 days, ready to harvest. This next one are tender sweets, and they are 70 days to maturity. And then the very last one are sugar snacks, and these are hybrid ones, and these are 68 days to maturity. This is where I got them from. I absolutely love growing carrots during the cool temperatures because it makes them a bit more sweeter. So if you've never experienced that, I suggest you give it a try this year. And they're easier to grow during the cooler temperatures. There's not as many pest pressure. During the summer, I noticed that I have to battle worms eating the carrot tops. So during the fall, you don't really have to worry about that as much. So give it a try. Next is okra. You still have time to plant okra. Okra is a really quick growing crop. If you are behind and you have not planted your okra, good news, you absolutely still have time, but this is the last chance you get. They prefer really hot temperatures, and it's going to start cooling down here soon. So if you have not planted your okra, I suggest you get them in the ground ASAP. Next are your brassicas. So I'm going to start with broccoli, and this year I'm actually growing the Brassica variety. This is a very quick maturity variety, and it is ready to harvest within 48 days. I have actually started all of my brassicas indoors. On days that it's not too hot, I may take them outside in the sunshine, but overall I start them indoors, and then I'll be transplanting them out at the beginning of September. This year the weather has been way different, but for whatever reason, if it is still really hot in September like it normally is, I'll just put some shade cloth over it during the hottest part of the day. But for sure, start your brassicas indoors for Zone 7B. Speaking of brassicas, the next one that I'm starting is cabbage, and this is the variety that I am growing, and it's actually ready to harvest in 65 days, which is another quick maturing one. The next brassica I'm planting are, of course, your Georgia Southern collards. These are ready to harvest in 75 days. So if you have not started these, go ahead and start them. They actually do great in cooler temperatures, and they are pretty frost tolerant. The next brassica that I'm starting are pak choys, and this is the variety that I'm going to be starting this year. They are actually Chinese white variety, and they're ready to harvest in 50 days. Very quick. Very quick. I'm going to start 2 rounds of these actually. So I'm going to start these, and then 2 weeks later I'll start another round. I will recommend not starting a whole lot at one time if you're not a big fan of these, because they flower pretty quickly. You can't leave them in the ground if you're not ready for them. So try to plant only what you need, because when they're ready, they're ready. And the last brassica that I'm going to be planting is my kale. This is dwarf blue curly kale. I absolutely don't like the dinosaur kale. I absolutely love curly kale. So this is what I'm growing, and it's ready to harvest in 60 days. Next up are your lettuces. So this is sandy leaf lettuce. It's actually a variety of oak leaf lettuce. I actually grew the red oak leaf lettuce during the summer. It's more heat tolerant, but I will be growing this sandy oak leaf variety during the fall, and it's actually ready to harvest in 50 days. Next up is black seeded Simpson lettuce. Now, I feel like just about everyone has grown black seeded Simpson lettuce. It is a very, very quick growing lettuce. It actually is ready to be harvested within 42 days, and you can find this just about anywhere. It's very easy to grow. The next variety is Lola Bionda. I actually have never heard of this variety, but I picked it up because I wanted to try it. This is actually a longer maturing lettuce. Is actually ready to be harvested within 70 days. It says that it's a cool season crop and it is frost tolerant, so this is going to continue to grow into my frost date, and once those temperatures start to cool off, the leaves of this lettuce should be sweeter and crunchier. Whenever these are starting to slow down a bit, this should be ready to be harvested. So I'm going to just plant different varieties to make sure that I always have lettuce until the frost kills everything. And the next two lettuces are quick maturing lettuces. So this one right here is called prize head lettuce, and it is supposed to be, it says, a superior quality lettuce, and it's ready to be harvested in 47 days. I'm looking forward to growing this. It actually looks a lot like head lettuce, like romaine lettuce. Once it's starting to form that head, and it's very beautiful. It has a tint of red in there, but I'm looking forward to trying this. And the last lettuce is Tum Thumb lettuce, and this is ready to be harvested in 50 days. Now this is actually a very small head lettuce, but it grows great during the fall, and again, like I said, it only takes 50 days to be harvested. Next up are your cucumbers. So these are the two that I'm going to be growing. I'm actually going to start another round of cucumbers today. It's my first round of cucumbers. With all the rain, they were behind a bit. They actually got stressed and they just started producing. My rule of thumb is once I see that it's starting to produce, that is when I start a new crop. I know some people say that they just start them every 2 weeks or every 6 weeks, and I don't want to start them as soon because I don't have anywhere to put it. So I prefer to start a new crop as soon as I see that it's starting to try to put on some fruit. So that way, whenever that plant has put out all of its fruit, then the next one will be getting ready to put out fruit, and I'll have a continuous harvest. This is called Straight 8 Heirloom, and this is ready to be harvested in 60 days. And the next one is the one that's currently in the ground right now. This is the Big Deal. So this one right here is supposed to be 2 times bigger than an original cucumber size, and this is 60 days to harvest as well. Next is spinach. It only takes 45 days to harvest. I'm actually starting them indoors, and I'll be transplanting them out, and I will try to keep them under some shade cloth to grow. They do prefer very cool temperatures, so I'm going to be starting multiple rounds of these. The reason I'm starting them now is because I just want to guarantee that they have enough time to grow before my first frost date. So starting them now, these should be ready to harvest by the middle to the end of September, and my first frost is going to be the 2nd week of October, I believe. So if you start these now, it's perfect timing. They love cool temperatures, and they actually bolt during the very hot temperatures. So start them indoors and move them outdoors when they're ready. Next up are your bush beans. So these are the varieties that I'm going to be growing. This is the Blue Lake 274 bush bean. It's ready to be harvested in 55 days. And the next one I'm growing because it's very pretty, the Royal Burgundy bush bean, and it is ready to be harvested in 51 days. Next up, Swiss chard. The only reason I'm growing Swiss chard at this point is because it's so pretty. So I definitely want to have a pop of color in the garden, and it's quick growing. So if you absolutely just love the taste of Swiss chard, you're in luck. You can definitely plant some. It is ready to be harvested in 55 days, and this is the variety that I'm growing. This is Ruby Red Swiss chard. And the last one that I am going to be growing in August is peas. These are Cascadia sugar snap peas, and they are ready to be harvested in 58 days. They love cool temperatures, and the heat actually makes the pod a little tougher and not as sweet. So if you're looking to grow those cool season peas that we all grew during the spring, August is the perfect time to be starting them. And I want you guys to keep in mind that the days are going to be shorter now going into the fall. So your crops are going to be growing a little bit slower because of the lack of daylight. So just keep that in mind. You need to start these ahead of time so you get a jump start. So make sure you're doing the proper planning, keeping that in mind. Thank you guys for watching. That is 20 plants that you can plant this month in August. And if you have any questions, drop them down in the comments below. If you're growing something different that I didn't mention, drop that down in the comments too. I would love to know what you're growing this month. Thank you guys for watching. If you have not already subscribed, please subscribe and hit that notification bell. And if you want to be part of an amazing gardening community, head on over to Facebook, type in Prosper and Plant. We are almost at 200 members, so head on over there, click join, and I'll see you over there.